This is the evening news for Monday, August 15, 2016. I'm Edward Lane. Thanks for joining us. In the headlines, a 14-year-old chopped to death during wedding house brawl. CLICO policyholders in Guyana receiving payments, says Bank of Guyana governor. 2 die in separate accidents over the weekend. JSC appoints unqualified, inexperienced deputy deeds registrar, says AG. Body of trainee teacher recovered from Atlantic Ocean. And Rohi says Ramjatan police have no authority to revoke gun licenses. And now for the news in detail. An argument over a female resulted in the chopping to death of a 14-year-old boy at Betavawakting, East Coast, Demerara on Sunday evening. Bisha Mohammed visited the mother of the dead teen and filed this report.
That was the scene at the home of 14-year-old Devanan Sanichar of Lot 8384 Planted Walk, West Half, Betavawakting, East Coast, Demerara, when the evening news visited on Monday morning. Based on initial investigations, Sanichar was at a wedding house in the area when he got into a fight with a group of men over a young lady. He reportedly left the wedding house and returned with a cutlass. An argument ensued, resulting in one of the men relieving him of the cutlass and dealt him a chop to the head. Sanichar reportedly fell to the ground and was severely beaten with pieces of sticks by the suspects. Sukde Sanichar, the dead teen's mother, explained that the main suspect in her son's death is known to the family.
He called me yesterday, he called me drunk. He drunk. Called me and called for my son and me tell him my son not there home. He gone back. And last night in the wedding house was why he was dancing, people was dancing. He went near me and the boy come stand by.
Your son right next to you?
Yeah, he went next to me, was dancing. And the boy was come call he at afternoon, come and think he shoulder and call he. And always see, I just see the boy and he gone out. All of me here, and lady come and tell me my son lay down middle of the road. So, my brother-in-law, somebody come and tell my brother-in-law, and my brother-in-law mixed up and far. So, me don't suspect of me. And me run go now, see later go once with the blood upon his head. I've been done there. Me go for holiness and I don't holy dead.
The woman stated that she was in the wedding house and was not sure if there was an argument on the road.
He never tell me if they had problem or something, or if they get problem, anybody is coming, he just talk. He just tell she and so. But he didn't get no problem.
However, she noted after receiving information that another friend witnessed the incident, he was collected and led the police to the others who were involved.
Police gone collect it. And police collect it. Me ask him, me say, bye, who knocked David? And he said, auntie, he know who knocked David. And so he carried the police to every and show and collect. I believe it's 3 of them that collect. The little boy make 4.
Meanwhile, the alleged prime suspect is still on the run. The aggrieved mother is calling for justice for her eldest child. The young man reportedly dropped out of school about 6 months ago to assist the family in making ends meet. He lives to mourn his parents and 3 siblings. Bisha Mohammed, Evening News.
2 armed men on Sunday evening attacked and robbed a West Coast Demerara businessman and his wife as they were about to close their establishment. Investigations revealed that about 20 hours, Lennox Albert and his wife, Verna Albert, of Noville, Flanders village, were attacked by 2 men, one of whom was armed with a firearm. The men relieved the couple of $500,000 in cash, a quantity of colognes, and a .32 pistol with 5 matching rounds of ammunition belonging to the businessman. The bandits then made good their escape on foot. No one has been arrested as police continue their investigations. Bank of Guyana Governor Dr. Gobind Ganga has confirmed that Guyanese policyholders who had invested their monies in the now defunct Colonial Life Insurance Company Limited CLICO some 7 years ago have begun receiving their monies. Alexis Rodney reports.
While he could not say offhand the number of persons who had plugged their life savings into the insurance company, Dr. Ganga said that a process of payout has been ongoing for some time now. He said the monies garnered from CLICO's liquidated assets and those of its affiliated companies were being used for the payouts. He said, however, that all policyholders may not be paid anytime soon as they are being paid based on their rankings, but assured that every effort is being made to make payments back to those policyholders. But while efforts are being made to repay persons here, Guyana is yet to see its day in court in the Bahamas. Before the massive financial collapse in 2008, Clico Guyana had transferred some US $36 million to Clico Bahamas. However, while the investments were said to be liquid on paper, investigations revealed that the sum had been tied up in several investments, including real estate, which Clico Bahamas had in Florida through subsidiaries. When Clico Bahamas was ordered liquidated on February 24, 2009, the local company was subsequently placed under judicial management. Guyana was then forced to retain lawyers to help recover its money, some 53% of the assets of Clico Guyana. That matter was filed in the Bahamas court after the Clico Bahamas liquidator rejected Guyana's claim. Recently, Dr. Ganga had told the Evening News that given the current financial status of Clico, there was a possibility that Guyanese policyholders would not get back their life savings, which were transferred to the company's Bahamian office. He said in terms of beneficiaries, Guyana was way down the ladder, nestled at Category D. This being the case, it did not seem likely that the country would anytime soon be able to recover the monies invested, since like many other countries, it was still awaiting its day in court. For the Evening News, Alexis Rodney.
As the road carnage continues, two young men met their deaths in separate accidents over the weekend, one at Ants Grove, East Coast, Demerara, and the other at Bellevue, West Bank, Demerara. There are John Ford, 27, of Lot 17, Supply Mahaika, East Coast, Demerara, and Dominic King, also 27, of Lot 33, Vivla Force, West Bank, Demerara. In the first accident, which occurred on a Saturday evening at Ants Grove, East Coast, Demerara, it was reported that Ford was the only occupant of his motor car when he lost control of the vehicle and crashed into a canal. After being underwater for some time, he was pulled and taken to the Georgetown Public Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. However, in the second accident, which occurred at about 3 hours on Sunday, it is believed that King was riding his motorcycle when he lost control and collided with a utility pole along the Bellevue Public Road. He reportedly died on the spot. Investigations into both accidents are continuing. Former Home Affairs Minister Clement Rohi says Public Security Minister Kemraj Ramjatan and the Guyana Police Force have no authority to revoke gun licenses. Ramjatan was quoted as saying that scores of gun licenses will be revoked in the coming months, in keeping with a decision by the government to weed out those that had been wrongfully issued, no longer required, or are in the hands of mentally unstable persons. However, Rohi said the minister is misguided since he has no authority to do so.
The minister is in no position to revoke anything.
In collaboration with the police force.
The minister, in collaboration with the police force, are not in authority to do so. You would know that the Firearms Act was amended to put in place a board, and that board has the authority to recommend either repealing the license or otherwise. The court, however, can rule that a license be granted to one person or the other based on a petition made by a holder to the courts.
You're watching the Evening News. More still ahead after this break. Stay with us.